Hey everyone, and welcome back. My name's Lisa, and we're going to go through a full body flow to help you feel connected from your head to your toes. This class will help you strengthen, stretch, and reset your entire body. So it's perfect for any time that you need to release tension or stress or connect simply with your inner power. So roll out your mat, get yourself seated, take a big deep breath in, and let's get ready to start. I want you to find the center of your mat. So slowly bring yourself down. Roll onto your back. Your feet are grounded. Give yourself a little bit of movement to just find wherever feels most comfortable for you. The hands can be by your side, or they can simply be on your belly. Allow the shoulders to drop away from the ears. Allow the heart to open. Close your eyes just for a moment and simply settle into your space. Just relax. I want you to begin by taking 3 big deep breaths. So breathing in through the nose and exhaling out through the mouth. And again, breathe in. Stomach and rib cage expands. And exhale and let go of any tension or stress. And again, one more deep breath in. And a slow and steady exhale. Now, as you breathe in, bring those hands up overhead, and if it feels good to you, lengthen both of your legs into your long straight. I want you to imagine you're waking up in the morning and you're stretching from your fingers to your toes, finding length through every muscle in your body as you inhale, and as you exhale. And again, take one more, see if you can stretch and really lengthen through the legs as well as the arms. And then relax into it as you exhale. In your next inhale, I want you to bring the right knee in towards the body, pressing your lower back into the floor. Now, if this is too strong and you feel that this left leg is trying to lift, you can pop your left foot on the floor as long as your lower back feels safe. Now we're just starting with a gentle stretch of the hips, of the lower backs. Really create length down through this left leg. Relax those shoulders. Beautiful. In every pose that we're in, notice where you're holding tension or stress. Take another breath here, pressing that lower back into the floor and really starting to feel that engagement of your core. And take another deep breath in, and as we breathe out, I want you to straighten that right leg to work into the hamstring. Now again, if this is too strong on your lower back, you can plant this left foot on the floor. You may be grabbing your thighs or your shins. You might be able to get up a little higher. But wherever you are, make sure that lower back and that tailbone is still rooted, it is still grounded. Beautiful. Now you want to keep a little micro bend in that knee, just so there's not too much pressure. And if you want to make it a little bit more challenging, you can draw the toes down towards you. Beautiful. The back is long, the shoulders are relaxed. You're breathing in and you're breathing out. Now I'm going to go a little deeper. You don't have to. This is going to help engage those core muscles and abs a little bit more. So I'm going to breathe in, and as I breathe out, I'm going to bring my head up towards that straight leg, pressing my back even stronger into the floor as I do this. I'm tucking my chin in, I'm sliding the ribs into the pelvis. I'm breathing in. Remember, any time you can plant that other foot on the floor, that gives your back a little bit of extra support. Beautiful. Take one more breath here. Feel that heat build, and then release. Now we're going to put the left hand on the floor beside, palm down, and we're going to bring this right leg out towards the side, just ensuring this left hip doesn't hike up or rise. And again, you might be supporting higher in the leg or lower in the leg. It doesn't matter. If this is a little bit too strong, bend your knee. Learning to adapt the poses to suit your body is what yoga is all about. Listen to it. Now you're going to feel this gentle stretch here on the inner thighs. Notice where you're holding tension. Breathe into there. Beautiful. And when you breathe in again next, I want you to come into center. I want you to swap arms and crisscross that right leg over towards the left hip, and the right hand comes to the floor. Now you're not going too far over. We're still keeping that right hip grounded and secure. Both hips are rooted. Beautiful. Feeling a gentle stretch maybe in the hamstring and the IT band. Beautiful. Now come back into center. You have the option to just crisscross into a knee hug, or if you can happy baby pose, the right leg is up, the right arm comes inside, we grab the outside and we try to pull this foot down. And again, sometimes planting the left foot on the floor makes it a little easier to get into this pose. And your aim is 90 degrees in the ankle, 90 degrees in the hip and the knee, but do not worry if you don't look quite like this. Now you want to gently push your foot down, pressing that lower back into the floor and gently opening up the hips. And again, find your breath. Remember, if that's not for you, crisscross and hug in. This is just as beautiful and just as good. Now take one more breath here in your single leg, happy baby. Beautiful. Then I want you to bring it across. Bring this left foot in, so your right leg is now crisscrossed over the left thigh. Hands are to your side, and we're going to go up into a single leg glute bridge. So take a breath in, relax the shoulders, and as you breathe out, squeeze your glutes and push up. Inhale as you come down. Exhale as you push up. And I want you to think of really pressing into all four corners of your feet. Your big toe, your little toe. Rolling the spine slowly as you lower, pressing into the hands as you lift, and squeezing the glutes as you go up, and controlling as you lower. Beautiful, guys. Finding strength and stability in our lower bodies is so important. Breathe it out. Perfect. Do one more. I want you to hold it. Relax those shoulders. Press into the foot, press into the hands. Find your breath, find that strength, find that inner power. And one more breath here. And then relax it down. Now you can just go into a knee hug, or you can crisscross. Left hand will grab the right ankle, right hand will grab the left, and come into a crisscross knee hug. Remember, you can undo the legs and just gently hug those knees in if this is not for you. Stretching out the hips and the back. Beautiful. Now take an inhale, come back into your long straight, finding length through that body. Exhale and release. Beautiful. Now inhale, we're going to do the other side. So bring this left leg in. Again, push your lower back into the floor. Really find that length through that right leg. Amazing. You're pressing your back in. Remember, any pressure in that lower back, you can bring your right foot in and keep it grounded. But you really want to create that length through that right leg. Point your toe. Squeeze those quads. Engage those core muscles. Take that big breath in. And if you're ready, we straighten that left leg. And you might notice a difference between your left and right side. That's normal, that's okay. But wherever you are, a little micro bend in the knee. Make sure you can breathe with ease. If you can't breathe, you've gone too deep, you've gone too far. You're doing really well. My left hamstring's always a little tighter, so I just have to ease myself into it. If you want to draw the toes down, that will make it a little bit more challenging. Now remember, you can stay here and keep the head grounded, the shoulders relaxed, or you can come up a little deeper by breathing in, and as you breathe out, bring your head up towards the knee. Pressing the back into the floor, rounding the spine, still creating length through that right leg. Really sliding the ribs into the pelvis to create that core strength and stability, power and fire in those bellies. And one more breath. And then just relax it down. Inhale. And bring this left leg out towards the side. Now again, you're keeping the right hip grounded. You don't want it to lift or rise. Right hands on the floor. Again, if you need to micro bend the knee and just give yourself a little bit of an opening here, that's fine. But just make sure you don't tip. Okay, this right hip's grounded. You want to feel that stretch in the left inner thigh. The breath is still flowing. We're opening up the hips, the back. Lovely. Now come into center, swap arms, bring that left leg over towards the right, left hands to the side. Again, don't go too far. Make sure that hip doesn't hike up and move. It stays grounded, it stays rooted. You can draw the toe down, pressing up through the heel for a little bit of an extra stretch. Good work, guys. Now remember, you can come in, we can crisscross the hug or single leg happy baby where the left arm comes up, the left leg, we sweep round and we grab and pull it down. And again, remember, you can pop this right foot on the floor to give your back a bit of space if you need it. Press this leg down. Now you might not be in a completely 90-degree angle. Do not worry, guys. It's not about being perfect. It's not about looking a certain way in your pose. It's about feeling good in your pose. Well done. And sometimes if you feel this right leg doesn't want to straighten, it's the hips a little tight today. So just let that foot be grounded. I take one more breath here, see if you can push a little deeper into it. Lovely. And then bring it over. Bring this right foot in. Hands to the side. Take that big breath in. And as you breathe out, push up into your single leg glute bridge. Inhale, roll it down. And on the way up, you're thinking of pushing into all four corners of the feet. Peeling your spine off the floor, starting with your tailbone, working all the way up as you breathe out, rolling down as you breathe in. Really root down and rise up into your foot, pushing into your hands, relaxing your shoulders, using your breath as your guide for your movement. Finding the strength and stability in the legs and the glutes. And then I want you to hold it up here. Open the heart. Again, squeezing your glute and pressing strongly into that right foot. Find your breath here. Don't hold your breath. We're only holding our asana. And one more. And slowly lower it down. Right hand grabs the left ankle, left grabs the right and hug them in. Remember, if that's not for you, uncross your legs and just give yourself a gentle hug in with your knees. Beautiful. Press the back down, the tailbone's flat, the shoulders are relaxed. Amazing. Now uncross those legs and bring the feet to the floor. We're going to go into your reclined bound angle. So from here, bring the feet together, allow the knees to open wide, pressing the lower back into the floor. And again, just let gravity do its work here. You want to hold that rib cage down in place, and sometimes we press the back in, the knees come up a little bit, that's okay. Now you're going to take an inhale, bring those hands up overhead, and we're going to crunch from here. So as we exhale, slide the ribs into the pelvis, we crunch up. And we inhale, we come down. Keeping the knees wide as you do this. Inhale down, exhale lift. Take your time following your breath. It's not a big range of motion, but really connect with your abs here. Pressing your back really strongly into the floor as we do this. Breathing out and breathing in. And one more. And then inhale, bring it down and straighten those legs. Perfect. Okay, now we're going to go and lift one leg and one arm at the same time, or the opposite leg and arm. So what I want you to do is try to press your back into the floor, lift your right leg and your left arm. And the other side. It's not a big range of motion. Pressing your back into the floor. Perfect. Well done. If it's not for you, just enjoy your long straight. You have two more. Breathing out up. Breathing in down. Inhale, come down. And see if you can crunch up with the upper body. Inhale down. Exhale up. Now again, if you needed to make it a little more easier for you, you can give your head a bit of support. Two more. Breathe it out up. In, down. Now inhale, come down. If you want to come up with me, we're going to bring both legs up and both arms up into your boat, your low boat. Now an option for this is knees at 90 and crunch. That is fine. If you can do your low boat, we can come here or here, wherever you are, ensure that lower back stays completely flat. You shouldn't be able to get your hands underneath. Make sure you're breathing wherever you are. Tuck the chin in, extend through those legs. You should be starting to shake, starting to breathe. Take a few more seconds here, pressing that back really strongly into the floor. Take one more breath. And then give your knees a little hug in. Well done. Now, from there, you can just come up into your Dandasana, okay, with the legs nice and straight, pushing up through the heels. Or you can come into your Halasana with me, where we bring the legs over the body. This can be quite challenging, so the hands are by the side. We're going to give ourselves a little swing, and we're going to bring those legs up and overhead, so that we're here. Now again, if this is too challenging, even bending your knees, we want to make sure that there's not much pressure on the neck. So think of pushing down into the shoulders. And remember, if it's not for you guys, stay here in your Dandasana. Okay, pressing the back into the floor. And one more big breath here. And slowly roll yourselves to center. Now I'm going to roll myself up. Okay, I'm going to use my core just to roll down. Come back up. You can give yourself a bit of support with the hands. Again, if it's too challenging, do not worry. Roll to your side and bring yourself up in whatever way feels good to you. Well done. Amazing, guys. Okay, give those knees a little hug in. Stretch out your back. And then we're going to turn ourselves around so you're in your hands and knees position. And I give those hips a little bit of movement just after we worked into our lower back and our cores. Just really shake your tail feather and then change directions. Well done. Beautiful. Then our cat-cow, spread those fingers, press into the fingers, lift up through your core, press into your feet. Inhale, dip your lower back, open up the heart. As we exhale, the chin comes down and we curve. Inhale, dip, follow your breath. Inhale, dip. And exhale, curve. Beautiful, guys. Shine the heart forward. And as we curve, really connect with the core, strong arms, strong feet. Beautiful. And come back into center. Now I want you to lift your left leg and your right arm so you're in that bird dog position. Now to find your balance here, you're pushing into the left hand and the right foot. You're lifting up through the core. You're really lengthening through the body. That's it. Hold it here. Use your breath. Really lengthen, stretching from your fingers to your toes. Beautiful. Take one more breath. Now I'm going to bring my right hand down and I'm going to grab that back foot. If that's not for you, put your hand on the floor and just bring the heel to the bum. With the right hand, I'm going to grab this left ankle and I'm going to pull it up. I'm going to try to bring my eye gaze around and give it a gentle pull, stretching my quad, my thigh, my shoulder. Remember, if it's not for you, just try to bring your heel in towards the bum. Just keeping that right knee under the hip. Beautiful. Now extend that leg out for me. And you're going to come down onto the elbows. So your right knee is on the floor, the left leg is extended, and we're going to extend that right hand out and let your head rest on the floor. Now if that left leg being up is too tough for you, let it come down, give yourself a recovery. But if you can keep it up, squeeze your glute, create that length. Walk that right hand away so you can feel a gentle stretch in your chest and your shoulders. Your core is having to really work here. Beautiful. And let that left foot come to the floor, slide in onto all fours again. Take an inhale, lift your right arm. And as you exhale, sweep it through to the left. So you're now on the right side of the head. Take a big breath in here. And release. Now inhale, come all the way back up. Now you're going to extend the right leg and the left arm. So you're in that bird dog position in the opposite direction. If you need a recovery at any time, the foot comes down. And it's just learning how to adapt, how to adjust. Again, you're pushing into the knuckles and the fingertips to protect the wrists. You're pushing into that left foot for extra strength and stability. You can close your eyes if you want to challenge yourself, really creating length through that whole entire body, and most importantly, the breath is flowing in and out. You've got this, guys. Really root down into the hands and the foot. Lift up through the core. And remember, if you need to modify, please modify. But this left hand's going to come around and grab my right ankle. I'm going to pull it up so I can feel that stretch in my quad. Strong right arm. Remember, if it's not for you, just bend the knee. Try to bring the heel towards the bum. Just check in with your left knee and ensure it's still under the hip. But wherever you are, simply use your breath to try to relax into it. If you need to go stronger, you give it a gentle pull up. Good work. One more breath here. Lift up through your core. Squeeze your bum to protect that lower back. Now keep that leg out. Come down onto those elbows. Well done, okay? And see if you can straighten that left arm. Let your head, the wee space between your eyebrows, rest. If you want to tap that back foot down, please do so. But create length through those toes again. Lengthen that left arm. Feel that gentle opening and stretch in our shoulders, our heart, our chests. Beautiful. One more breath. Feel that challenge in your core and your glutes. We're opening, strengthening, resetting. Then bring it down. Bring yourself all the way in. Inhale, lift your left arm. Exhale, sweep it through and hold and thread the needle. You're still lifting up through the core as you do this. Amazing. When I come back into your center. We're going to bring ourselves around so the legs are out in front. Okay, now sometimes bringing on a block underneath the knees can make this a little easier. If you feel the hamstrings are kicking in too strongly, please pop something underneath the knees at any stage, okay? Now take an inhale, and as we exhale, slowly fold forward. Now I want you to feel this quite a lot in the back rather than in the hamstring. So that little micro bend or bend in the knees is super important. Allow the spine to round. The back to open, pushing your tailbone back, allowing your head to feel heavy like a bowling ball. Lifting up through the core. And just using your exhales to see if you can relax a little deeper, a little further, wherever you are. Now take an inhale, bring the right hand to the left leg, and as you exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Push into the right hand as you extend towards the left. Really using your postural muscles to open up the heart, the chest, the shoulders. Find your breath. Now take an inhale, reach a little further, and as we exhale, crisscross the hands as you come down into fold. Take a big deep breath in here. Exhale, fall a little deeper. Breathe it in and twist towards the opposite side. Again, squeezing the shoulder blades together, pushing into that right leg just to give you a little bit of strength and leverage to get round. Squeezing the shoulder blades together, breathing, opening the heart, lift your chin. And take an inhale, and as we exhale, crisscross into forward fold. Take an inhale here, and exhale. And then slowly bring yourself up into seated. Now from here, we're going to bring this right leg in, lengthening up through our core here. Nice long back. Now this might be enough for you. This might be where you're staying, the shoulders are relaxed. But if you can straighten that right leg, grabbing the leg wherever you can, bring this right leg up, pointing the toe, lifting up through the core, pressing down through your sitting bones. Well done. Now again, if you've got more flexibility, you can go higher. If you're feeling a little tight today, you can go lower. And remember, if you need a breather, just bring that leg down. Well done. Now I'm going to go into happy single leg, happy baby in seated pose. This is strong, so if it's too strong, you can just kind of hug your knee in, okay, crisscross position. Or bring it inside, grab the outside of the foot and pull it back. Again, trying to create length to your spine and opening up the hips and of our lower backs. Good work. Hold it here, pulling that leg back. Amazing. One more breath, and remember you can crisscross and just hug that knee in. Pull that leg. Now take an inhale, crisscross it over the left. Left arm grabs that right knee and we twist towards that right side. If you want to go a little stronger, you can open up the arm and hold that pose here. Beautiful. Again, breathing in, pushing down into your sitting bones to create that length up from your tailbone all the way to the crown of your head. Then take an inhale and exhale, come into your fold. Again, a little micro bend at the knees, protects the knees. It allows you to open up the back and the hips a little more. If the hamstrings are screaming, you've gone too deep. One more breath. Then inhale, slowly bring yourselves up and bring this left leg in. Again, push down through the sitting bones, lift up through the core. And if you feel ready, inhale and exhale, we straighten that opposite leg, the left leg. Again, point your toes, push into your sitting bones. You're trying to keep that core connected. the whole time. And again, you could be a little lower in the leg, the knee might still be bent. That might be just where you are today. Show yourself compassion and kindness as we move in and out of our asanas. One leg might feel a little tighter than the other. Don't worry, it's natural, it's normal. Just try to relax into it. And if you want, remember you can just crisscross this leg into you, again finding that length of your spine, or you can try your happy baby where we wrap on the outside and we pull back with this left. Okay, really pulling the knee towards the back, lifting up through the heart. You've got it, guys. This is quite a strong pose, so please don't worry if you're not ready for it today. Pull it back, really, really anchoring that knee and foot backwards. Then take an inhale, crisscross it. Right arm grabs the left knee and we twist towards the left side. Again, you can lift up that arm if you want to go deeper, or you can just keep it down if that feels better. Again, make sure we're not slouching, we're pushing down to the sitting bones. We're lifting up through the heart, through the chin. Getting a stretch in the inner hips, the lower backs. Take a big breath in. Uncross those legs, exhale into your forward fold. This should be a little easier. Push that tailbone behind you, allow the spine to round. Take one more deep breath here. Just be careful not to overstretch those hamstrings, okay? They're painful. Micro bend the knees a little bit. Now inhale, come back up, open up through the heart. This might be where you're staying. Press into the floor with your knuckles, with your fingers. Allow your heart to open. If you want to go into reverse plank, take a breath in, squeeze up through the glutes, and bring yourself up into reverse plank. Now, you might want to even try just a few lifts. You don't have to stay up there. If it's not for you, just focus on the stretch off the shoulders. You're squeezing the glutes, pushing the hips up, opening up through the heart, pressing down through the knuckles, the fingers, strong arms, strong legs. Beautiful. One more breath. Release it down and come forward. Well done. Now just take a one breath in your forward fold. And as you release, see if you can dive just a little deeper. Beautiful. Now from here, we're going to bring ourselves round back onto our hands and knees. Now, again, into tabletop position, untuck the toes and press yourself up into a hover. That's where the knees are just above the floor. The wrists are under the shoulders. And the knees are maybe just about 3 or 4 inches from the mat. Lift up through the core, bring that belly in towards the spine. If you need a recovery, you just drop the knees down. Beautiful. So this is your hover. Working our core, building strength on the upper body, which is really important too. Now take another few breaths here. And just lower it down. Beautiful. You can exhale and come back into child's pose for a breath. Allow the heart to open, the hips to open. Give yourself a bit of gentle movement. And come back into our hover. Now you can stay in your hover here, okay, or we can try to advance it. So lift up through the core. Bring the right leg back, and then bring it back in. And the left, and back in. Alternating between your right and the left, keeping the knees in line under the hips as you come in. And again, if you're on the floor, you can still do this. Just focus on engaging those core muscles. Lengthening through the tailbone. And one more each side. Beautiful. Bring it down. Exhale. Child's pose. Beautiful. Big breath in. And a big breath out. And come back into center. I want you to go a little wider with the knees, maybe as wide as your mat. Untuck the toes and come up into your wide hover. And again, pushing strongly into the knuckles and the fingers, lifting up through the core, finding your breath, pressing down into the earth. Feel that strength and stability off your body. It's amazing. Now take a couple of breaths here. If you need to drop down, please drop down. But you can always do more than you think. When your body says stop, take one more breath. Relax it down, keep those toes untucked, and walk those feet, arms out so that you're in your wide puppy pose. Again, if the shoulders don't allow it today, you can bend the knees and just relax the head. Or walk those hands away. Simply allow tension to melt away from the body. Pressing out with those sitting bones, lifting up through the core, and just allowing the heart to gently melt through the arms as you exhale. And just take one more breath here. Beautiful. You've got this. Try not to push too hard. And then when you're ready, slowly bring yourselves up. Now come back into the center of your mat. Take a big breath in your tabletop position, and as you breathe out, exhale it up to downward dog. Now you can give the dog a little pedal, right or left, just ensuring the weight is even between the right and the left leg. Beautiful. Allow the heart just to melt through the arms, the hips to be high, the tailbone to lift. The shoulders are on your back like angel wings. And when you're ready, inhale, lift your right leg, swing it through so it's outside the hands. You can grab your block here if you need to. Sometimes that just gives you a little bit of space as we stretch out the hips. Now you want to push down into that back foot. You want to squeeze that left glute, and you want to open up through your heart, lifting your chin, relaxing the shoulders. And you want to feel that stretch here, just in the front of the hip. Beautiful, guys. Well done. I want you to really press that back foot down to feel that deeper stretch in your thigh and hip. And take an inhale, and as we exhale, we're going to come back. You can bring your block with you. Keep the front foot flat as we stretch out the right hamstring. And again, sometimes turning the block gives you more space. You are more than welcome to do that. Or you can just do it on your hands. A little bit of the rounding in the spine is okay. Now inhale, come back into your half kneeling lunge. See if you can push a little deeper into it, relaxing the shoulders. Amazing. And take another inhale, and as you exhale, come back, allow your toe to lift again. Bring that block with you if you need it. And feel that stretch here on the right hamstring. Pushing your tailbone back, relaxing the shoulders. Beautiful. Amazing, guys. Now inhale, come back into your half kneeling lunge. Now I'm going to try and go a little deeper. I'm going to come down into lizard. If it's not for you, stay here, or you can even just try and drop the head a little bit. You can use your block also, where you might just pop your elbows onto your block, and this is your first variation of lizard. Again, you're pushing down to that back leg, pushing down to that left hip. And if you feel you can go deeper, sometimes widening your feet makes it a little easier. You can come down onto the elbows. It's a very strong hip stretch. So don't force yourself, don't push yourself if it's not for you. Just enjoy your half kneeling lunge. Lovely. And make sure you're still pressing into that back foot. The head's relaxed, the breath is flowing. Enjoy your lizard pose. Really opening up the hips. Lovely. And slowly bring yourself all the way up. Swing this leg around, take an inhale, and as we exhale, downward dog, or you can take a little breather in your child's pose. Give the dog a little walk. Okay. Now we're going to do the other side. So inhale, left leg, three-legged dog. Sweep that left leg through. So you're now in your lunge position. You want to push down back into that right foot. Again, use your block. If you need to, the block is there as an aid. Please use it. Now squeeze your right bum cheek, open up through the heart. Lift your chin. And say we're using the block. That's it. You've got this, guys. And notice if one side does feel tighter than the other, no, that's normal, that's okay. Just breathe with ease. Noticing where your body's holding tension, where you can let go of. Where do you need to melt any stress away from the body? We usually hold it down here in the hips. And take another inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to walk back, keeping that left foot flat, pressing down into that foot. You feel that stretch here in the back of the legs. Again, if it feels too much, use your block, come up higher. The spine's nice and long if you can. You can round it and go deeper. And inhale, come back, and do your half kneeling lunge, reposition yourself. Again, see if you can go a little deeper, maybe lowering the front of your body a little bit. Again, strong right foot. Squeeze your right hip. Perfect. And one more breath. And inhale, bring it back, and bring that toe up. And again, use your block if you need a wee bit of support or balance. Push that tailbone back into space. Relax those shoulders and make sure you're breathing. The most important part of our practice is the breath. The breath calms our entire nervous system, releasing tension and stress from the body. Now inhale, come back into your lunge. Remember, you can stay here or come down into your lizard, either on the block or just onto the elbow. Sometimes widening that left foot out a wee bit wider makes it a little easier. Now again, this is a very strong pose, so please don't force yourself into it if it's too strong for you today. Well done. Relax your head again, let it feel heavy. Beautiful. And when you're ready, take that big breath in, slowly bring it through and sweep yourself around. And you can exhale into child's pose if it feels good for you. Now I'm going to inhale, I'm going to come back up into downward dog. Now again, press the heels down towards the floor. And I'm going to inhale, lift the right leg, and I'm going to swing it through. I'm going to bring this back leg in a little bit. You can use your block if you need a bit of space. And what I'm going to do is lift the front toe off the floor. So again, you might be here and that's okay. It's quite strong. If you can't lift it, keep it on the floor, but again, use the block and it will give you a little bit of support as you do this. Now we're going to come into warrior three. It's a little bit of balance here. So again, don't worry if it's not for you. You can stay here, you can go into forward fold. But I'm going to put my right foot on the floor. I'm going to lift that left leg up into space. And then I'm going to come up into my warrior three. Now you're trying to get that left leg in line with the rest of the body as I lose my balance and because I looked over. So again, you can use the block for a bit of support. Now your balance comes from the right foot, so think big toe, little toe, heel. Amazing. You've got this. And then from here, take one more breath. Try and get that leg in line with the body. And then you're going to swing that leg through as we do this. Now from here, bring this left leg up and hold it here. Now you want to push down into this right foot. This is where your balance comes from, is the right foot. So you're bringing this left foot up, pressing down into that right leg. You can bring those arms out or you can bring those arms up. Perfect. Now, squeeze your right bum cheek. If you need to give your leg a bit of support, you can give yourself a bit of support. If you're wobbling, don't worry. If you're beside a wall, use a wall for a bit of support. That is also fine. That's great. It's about practice. Now I'm going to go into my tree pose. So I'm going to bring my left foot into my right thigh and lift and rise. Now for you, again, sometimes even just bringing it into the shin is fine. The arms are out. That is also fine. Sometimes just holding it here and really pushing down through that right leg is just as good, or if you can get it all the way up, that's great. Wherever you are, just enjoy it. Don't worry if you're a little wobbly. Wobbling is all part of learning, part of growing. Then I want you to grab this left leg, bring the knees together, and just enjoy that quad stretch. Again, you're pushing down into that right foot. Beautiful. Keep your eyes to one spot, the knees together. Then shake out those legs. Well done. Now you're going to take an inhale. Exhale, come back down for me. Press into your feet, halfway fold. Exhale, soften. Step back into plank. You can child's pose or you can chaturanga with me as we slowly come down, elbows in, squeeze your glutes, open up through the heart. Exhale, downward dog. Lovely. Give the dog a little walk. You can come down into child's pose. You can take a little breather if you want to. Now we're going to do the other side. So inhale, lift your left leg, sweep it through. Okay, bring that right back in a little bit. Grab your block if you need to. Push into your front foot. And then I want you to lift your left toes. I use the block for support or stability. So you can feel that stretch down the hamstrings. Know that's okay. Relax your head. Again, you want your head to feel heavy like a bowling ball. If you're always holding it up, you're going to find a lot of tension here. Beautiful. And if you're ready to balance with me, that left foot's going to come down. You're going to lift up through the right leg. Bring the hands to namaste. Beautiful. Now you're trying to get that body in a straight line from your toe to your head. You can use the block for a bit of support. If you need to, trying to get the leg horizontal is the key. You're trying to create that length through that leg. Well done. And then we're going to bring this right knee up towards and lift those arms. I'm just going to move back so you can see me a little bit better. Now one foot always has a little bit of better stability than the other. So don't worry again if you're wobbling. If you're beside something, use it for a little bit of support, guys. Push down into the big toe, the little toe, the heel. Find that length up through the body. Squeeze your left bum cheeks. Open up through the heart. Lift up through your core. And then if you're ready, try to bring that foot in to your tree pose. Now remember, your tree pose might be here. You want to make sure the hip hasn't popped out. It might be here. You might be able to go that little bit higher. That's okay. Push your thigh into your foot. Push your foot into your thigh. Don't worry if you're a little wobbly. Again, you might need to hold on. It is meditation. Root down into that foot, rise up through those arms, and then grab that right ankle into your quad stretch. Bringing the knees together. You're doing beautiful, guys. Hold it there. Take a big deep breath in, big deep breath out. And then let the legs come down and give them a little shake out. Take that inhale, lift and rise. Exhale, fold back down. Halfway fold, lengthen the spine. Exhale and soften. Bend those knees ever so slightly and allow the head to relax. I take a big deep breath in here, just decompressing our spine, our necks. Beautiful. And then I want you to come down onto the floor, just onto your knees. Beautiful. Now, this can be a little challenging, so you might just want to stay here. We're going to try here, hero pose. Even for me, sometimes if it's a little bit of pressure on my knees. So what we're trying to do is keep the knees together, bring the feet out, and then you're trying to sit your bum down in between, okay? If that feels too challenging for you, you can try popping the block under your bum, finding length up through the spine, or just stay on your knees, or go into your forward fold of the legs in front. This is a deep stretch of the quads. Again, if the knees are a little bit achy or tight or under pressure, this might be too challenging for you. So please don't force it, don't push it. I say it's easier for me with the block under. But again, relax the shoulders, open the heart, and take a big deep breath in. Come forward for me. We're going to sweep these legs back around. And we're going to come into your boat pose. So the feet are in front, the shoulders are back. We open up through the heart. You can bring the hands behind your thighs. Lift up through your core, scoop that belly in, and you can stay here. If the core is a little stronger, you can lift your toes off the floor. Or if you're stronger again, you can bring those arms up. Now, it doesn't matter where we are, okay? Push down through the sitting bones, lift up through the core, relax those shoulders and breathe. If you're starting to shake, you're doing it right, you can give yourself a little hug, a little recovery at any stage. Beautiful. Now take 2 more deep full breaths here. You're lifting up to the core, is the spine long and straight, or the shoulders relaxed. Beautiful, guys. And 1 more. Crisscross those legs, take an inhale, exhale, fold forward. Don't worry about how far you can go. Both sitting bones are still rooted and grounded. Amazing. Oh, body should feel so much more relaxed, so much more released. We built power and strength through your bodies today. Beautiful. Now come all the way back up. Bring those legs through and roll yourself down onto your mat. Now inhale, come back up into your Dandasana. Draw the toes towards you. I'm going to bring the legs back over into Halasana. It should feel a little easier than it did at the start of the class. But you can stay here, that's fine. Bring those legs over. Bring them down and hold. And again, find your breath here. Remember, you can bend the knees slightly, but you want to push into the shoulders, push into the hands to give yourself space. Again, if it's not for you, stay wherever feels good, the legs in the sky, in your Dandasana. Amazing. 1 more breath. And slowly roll yourself down. Bring those feet together and come back into your reclined bound angle. So the knees are wide, the back is flat. To make this a little easier, walk the feet down the mat to make it a little bit more challenging. Come higher. We've really opened up the body today, so you should notice a difference between our poses now than we did at the start of the class. And the stretch here in the inner thighs, the groin area. Breathe to that area. Wherever you're holding that tension is where I want you to breathe to. Take another deep breath here. And just allow gravity to draw those knees down towards the earth. And one more. And flatten those feet and bring them in. Now I'm going to go into a fish pose. It's quite a strong pose, especially if you have any issues with your lower back. If that's not for you, you can just come into your glute bridge position where we have the knees and ankles in line, the shoulders relaxed. If you want to try fish pose, come up into the glute bridge, bring the hands palm down under your bum. You're going to extend those legs out. We're going to push into the elbows and we're going to allow the head to relax. It's quite a challenging pose. Legs are extended. Hands are under the bum. We push up and we let the head fall down. And again, if this is not for you, just hold your glute bridge position. It can be quite strong on the lower back, so if you have any issues with that lower back, you're better just to stay in your bridge pose and not push yourself into a position that feels too strong. One more breath, driving the elbows, open the hearts. And then relax it down and give yourself a knee hug just to relax that back. Change direction. Now again, bring the knees to 90 degrees. I just want you to stretch out your back. Hands are by your side. Take an inhale, use your core to drop the knees to the right side. Bringing the eye gaze towards the left. Again, to make this easier, walk the feet further down. To make it more challenging, give that top leg a little hug up. Take a big deep breath in here. And again. Bring that hand down. Use your core to bring those knees up into center and slowly lower them to the left side. Now bringing the eye gaze to the right. You can always give the legs a bit of support if you need to with a block, or I say walk them further down if that's too strong for you. Find your breath, make sure both shoulders are on the floor. You did amazing today. Come back into center. Bring the hands onto the belly. Find a comfortable position. Now if it's comfortable for you, you can straighten those legs. Come into that Sukhasana, corpse pose. The palms are up. If it's more comfortable for you, you're okay just to keep the feet planted. But wherever you are, I want you to take a few deep breaths here. Breathing in through the nose. And breathing out through your mouth. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, stomach and rib cage expands. Breathing out, stomach and rib cage contracts. And 2 more big deep breaths here. And 1 last breath. Let it go. Just stay there for a little moment with your eyes closed. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up and moving today. Stay grounded, stay strong, and carry this calmness off your mat for the rest of your day. And if you're ready, bend your knees, plant your feet on the floor. And I want you to slowly roll on to your side. And you can press yourself up into a seated position. Well done. Cross your legs, shimmy your sitting bones. Take a big breath in. Bring the hands to the heart and give yourself a little bow. Namaste. And if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit subscribe. And I'll hopefully see you in our next flow. Well done today. Namaste.